Alright guys, on this video I'm going to show you two ways you can make intercooler piping bead. There's a cheap way, a budget way, and there is the more professional way to do it. I'm going to show you both, and they both work. You can figure out which one you want to do for yourself for your turbo builds that you guys are doing at home. Alright, so this is the first most affordable way to get intercooler piping bead rolled. These you can pick up at your Harbor Freight store if you have one. These are crimping pliers, and as you can see, this is the key area right over here that's going to cause a crimp on your intercooler. You can see just from this example, we used the crimping pliers to make this bead right over here. I'm going to demonstrate that in the turbocharged Civic V2 intercooler piping I rolled when we were doing it. Right now, I'll overlay that footage. It's, just a Scotch-Brite pad here, giving it the anodized look. And once I clean that up, I'm actually going to show you guys how you can run beads on your charge pipe for the low. If you don't have a bead roller or anything, Harbor Freight, you get these pliers, crimp pliers, and I'm going to show you guys how to crimp this so under boost your pipes don't fall out, because it happened to me a few times actually on version 1. And we don't want that to happen. Alright, the key is to warm up that aluminum, and then we're going to take these crimp pliers, and this is how we're going to go. It's just one squeeze, and you can see that edge that already formed right there. And we're just going to keep going as it's warm around the entire parameter of the pipe. I mean, it really doesn't get easier than that. You can really see it from an edge here. If you can look at it, that's gonna work just perfect. Nice little lip. So the pro of the crimping pliers is they're about $5 to $10 in Harbor Freights, or you can get something similar off of Amazon, and they do a pretty decent job rolling that intercooler piping. Your clamps will definitely have something to hold on to if you do it this way. It's better than just having a straight pipe, because I've ran my car turbocharged with nothing rolled on the corners, and even under 7 pounds, 8 pounds of boost, the coupler would pop off and I would lose all boost pressure on the Turbo Civic. So the pro to the Harbor Freight method, you can get it done, quickly. It's gonna work and hold that coupler in place. The con, it's not the prettiest. As you can see, some of the markings that were made indented on the actual intercooler piping. So it's not the prettiest by no means, as you can see. And all the imperfections will pretty much be covered by the coupler itself. One thing I don't necessarily like about the coupler method is that this part of the intercooler piping is actually pointing down and almost causing a restriction of flow because of that increased angle that it caves in, as you can see right over there. Kind of curves in quite a bit. But don't get me wrong, using the new part, the dedicated part, isn't perfect either. Alright, well, this is the new tool that we're going to be using that's going to make our job a whole lot easier. And this is a actual bead rolling device right here by GSTP Auto Parts. I'll have a link in the description if you guys want to check them out. But pretty much once you get part and you have a vise on your desk, you can go ahead and make it work. So let's go ahead. We're just gonna pop it in, crimp it on. There you go, nice and sturdy. We got one more device right here. this is essentially the setup, guys. All right, guys, so here's the dedicated tool from gstpautoparts.com. I have the link in the description below. So this is their bead roller. I already have it assembled. You have to lock it into your vice grips. Nice stern base, heavy duty, and you got pretty much a roller here that's going to roll whole bead roller assembly here. And then you got an adjuster here that's going to adjust the height. So once you start putting in your pipe in there, you roll it a few times and then tighten it down, keep rolling until you get your perfect bead set up. So I'm going to demonstrate this part right here, and we're going to be able to compare the new rolled side using the bead roller, the dedicated bead roller, and then we'll compare it to the crimp pliers, and you guys can judge for yourself what makes more sense for you on your build. All right, guys, we got it all set up. Let's give it a try. As you can see, we got a nice flat edge here. We're gonna open this up. The main thing is keep this nice and flat against the tool itself, as flat as you can, I guess. All right, I think we're pretty good there. Let's just go one extra turn. All right, and our bead is done. Whew, took a little bit of energy out of me. All right, so let's take a look at this bead right over here. Pretty nice, uniform all around. And the top is the GSTP Auto Parts bead roller. The bottom is the crimp roller. Take a look at yourself and let me know which bead you prefer. You can definitely see the difference in profile from the left to the right. The right one, the crimp, the do-it-yourself, has a nice smaller width. So if you're working in a smaller area or a smaller pipe, this might come in more handy. But the professional roller just looks way more uniform, smooth, where you can see every bump. Every crimp was a bump right over here on the crimp pliers. This one, nice and smooth throughout. The inside also, the inside's also nice and smooth and uniform. And the biggest thing, like I was telling you guys before, with the crimp pliers, you can see how it caves in and it almost like starts blocking some of that airflow. Well, look at the professional bead roller actually keeps the outside diameter piping nice and smooth. There really isn't much of a angle in. The pipe is relatively still flat. So for airflow and overall performance, this bead roller definitely does a better job. If you're on a pinch, lacking money, just need something to help with intercooler popping off, the bead roller does a acceptable job. I would just suggest making sure you Dremel out maybe the edges here, or try to straighten them out a little bit to not reduce airflow. What I want to show you is, this is again the bead roll we just did with the new part. It still kind of changes the finish just a little bit. Again, it's totally irrelevant because you're gonna have couplers all over this, so it's gonna hide all these little imperfections, but it's a smooth imperfection compared to the crimp, as you can see. And just comparing, this is a factory intercooler from an intercooler kit I bought off of Max Speeding Rods. You can see the bead roll right over here. This was the factory one, and this is the bead roll that we just made. So it's very comparable, as you can see, in width, height, all around very similar bead roll. So Can't go wrong with it. The tool's pretty easy to use, pretty convenient, and it gets the job done for your intercooler needs. And I'm gonna tell you guys one last way you can also do this if you don't have neither items. And the last way you can create a bead is actually just welding on a bead using aluminum welding. So if you're welding aluminum, get some of your aluminum wire and just dab a nice thick bead around the edge of your pipe. You just like this, it will give you a similar finish. Maybe weld it a little bit colder so it actually sticks out like this one specifically, or this one, it has a little edge to it, and with the edge here the coupler won't slide off as well. So that's your third way of possibly doing the intercooler piping bead. As you can see here, I did the crims back in the day as well, and again it worked fine, but again it curves in the edge of the pipe inward and you could reduce airflow. So hope this video helps you guys out with your decision on how to make your welds for your intercooler piping, and either way will work. But yeah, if you guys are interested in this cool part, makes it a little easier, a little smoother finish, and you can make all your pipes look good. Check out gstpautoparts.com. I'll have the link in the description for the part. My only suggestion would be, I think if these rollers, if you actually had adjustable rollers where you can get a smaller roller, a thinner roller, if let's say you were working on a part and you really wanted a smaller bead, this is like, let's say this is just the standard size bead and you wanted to roll with something smaller, it would be nice if this kit came with some adjustable rollers. That way you can have the proper beads for the proper size piping. Alright, well that sums up this video. Hope you guys learned a little bit of tactics you can use for your bead welding on intercooler piping. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys sticking with crimp from Harbor Freights and doing a budget, do-it-yourself style and just getting that car turned around, running and boosting, or are you guys going with a little bit more precision, a little bit more finesse to get the beads looking much better? Comment down below and I'll see you on the next video.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along.